Money FM 89.3. Best of breakfast. Companies to watch.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
It's lights out and away we go.
Whoa,
Okay.
all right.
Racing fans.
Start your engines.
That's right.
Yes, it's time for companies to watch, and Danco is ready to steer us through the stocks making news to check which are racing ahead and which might need a pit stop.
Yes. Welcome to Companies to Watch. It is that time of the hour. We're talking about the Singapore Grand Prix that is roaring into town.
Oh, yeah.
And while everyone's watching the cars on the track, I mean, there's another race that's happening behind the scenes that some of us haven't already paid attention to. So, after all, when you think of Formula One, you often think of the race drivers. You think of Ferrari, you think of Red Bull, Lewis Hamilton. Not exactly the stock market. So, today, I'm giving it a little bit of a twist. Formula One isn't just a sport. It's a business after all.
Yes.
And you can actually invest in it. So we're talking about, boardrooms, media rights, and commercial deals, the stock that you might want to keep in your rear view mirror for this
love it.
weekend. So, Audrey, welcome to Companies to Watch. It's a segment where we find out it's going to be hot or not. And for today's stock in focus, we're talking about, some might call it FWONK or FWONK. I'm going to call it FWONK, I guess, for the ticker symbol.
Yep.
For the tracking stock of Formula One Group.
Yeah, we have to, right? Such a big weekend ahead of us.
Yeah.
And F1 has grown its global fan base over 550 million people, I believe.
It's crazy.
With double-digit growth here in Asia, thanks to the shows like Drive to Survive on Netflix.
That's a huge
and
one.
Brad Pitt just starred in F1.
The recent F1, yeah.
So it's not just Europe anymore. It's really going after a global audience.
Certainly so. And yes, it's a huge phenomenon that's taken the world by storm. I'll be frank though, Audrey, I didn't know that there was an actual F1 stock that was listed in the US before I started researching for this. But let's dive right into it and talk a little bit about FWONK
Okay.
or FWONK. That's the Series C Liberty Formula One common stock, a tracking stock that reflects the performance of F1's commercial business. So the Formula One Group is a subsidiary of Liberty Media. They've got the Series A version, FWONA, which comes with voting rights. That's another stock. But FWONK gives exposure to the economic upside without the same governance stake. And FWONK trades on Nasdaq. There's also rather more accessible for retail investors out there. Market size or market cap is quite sizable at around $25 to $26 billion as of the mid of this year. And if we look at how they earn money, well, Formula One Group, they have multiple levers from the likes of media rights, sponsorship and branding, race promotion, hosting fees, hospitality and licensing, and as well as logistics and travel services for the teams and events.
Oh, yeah. So the races themselves only tell part of the story because there's so many more things that are major money makers. Merchandising, licensing. The Paddock Club alone brings in tens of millions per season, and they charge thousands of dollars per seat for those luxury race day experiences.
Yeah. Have you been to any of the races before?
I went to the debut race, 2008, I believe.
Wow.
Yeah. I went with my parents. So
okay.
it wasn't like a big party time,
yeah.
but it was a real eye-opener.
Yeah, it certainly is. And I must say that the last time I went for a race, it was quite expensive, especially
Yes.
for a walkabout. I think I paid close to about $300 to $400 per day.
Yeah.
For just a walk around. I think to some fans out there, they may value that a little bit more. But a lot of the fans these days are going for the concerts as well. I think that's a huge thing that would draw in a lot of the crowd.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And I think that we've heard of people who would, make this a whole weekend for themselves. Maybe stay at Marina Bay Sands, enjoy the atmosphere, then go to the concert, pay for all of the experiences. It's not chump change,
It's not, yeah. And don't be alarmed if you see the hotel prices around the area spike up by 100%. Well, let's talk a little bit more about FWONK and their latest earnings report. Well, just recently, back in August, they announced the $1.52 earnings per share for the quarter. That beat analysts' estimates by almost 2 times.
Wow.
Well, the firm also had revenue of $1.34 billion during the quarter compared to analysts' expectations of $1.2 $1.28 billion. Ka-ching.
Yeah.
So if we're looking at where the revenue is coming from, well, we're looking at the primary F1 revenue increasing for the 6 months ended June 30th of 2025, with growth across all revenue streams compared to the prior year. Sponsorship revenue grew, media rights revenue grew, race promotion revenue increased, and other F1 increase or revenue increases were also seen in the 6 months ended June 30th, primarily driven by higher freight income as well.
Okay, and I know a big driver has also been the F1 TV subscription service, which continues to grow rapidly in emerging markets. So
Yes.
there are so many ways to make money.
Oh yeah, huge waves.
Yeah.
And I think they're certainly, capitalizing on that as much as they can. And that's not enough, Audrey. Now, you know that I'm more of a bike fan, right?
Yes,
Well,
yeah.
guess what? Liberty Media is also pushing to expand motorsports further. So on July 3rd this year, Liberty Media completed the acquisition of Dorna Sports. That's the exclusive commercial rights holder for MotoGP
Wow.
World Championship. And that will consolidate its financial results from that point forward. So following the acquisition, Liberty Media owns approximately 84% of MotoGP, with MotoGP management retaining 16% of the business, bringing cars and bikes all under the same umbrella.
That's a huge move because MotoGP itself pulls in around 400 million viewers annually. And by consolidating all of the media rights, Liberty really is creating one of the biggest motorsport portfolios in the world.
Talk about expansion plans.
Yeah.
This is beyond our imagination. So, new leadership is in place as well. Derek Chung just recently became the CEO of Liberty Media this year, with an emphasis on streamlining operations and growing F1 and MotoGP globally, enhancing digital content and maximizing fan engagement. I think they're doing quite well with that. Did you watch the F1 movie, Audrey?
I did not yet, but it is
Yeah.
on my list.
Me neither. But apparently that did really well. A lot of people loved it. That also marked the largest box office theatrical release for any streaming service.
Oh, wow.
And that captivated the audiences of both core and new F1 fans alike. So if you think about it, I mean, we've talked about a lot of positives for F1, right? Let's talk about the bull case for them. Well, first things first, we got to talk about the MotoGP acquisition, which means that Liberty isn't just isolated to just F1 anymore. It's building a global motorsport powerhouse with multiple revenue streams. Key diversification here. Now, the Concord deal also locks in stability through 2030, so that basically means that investors don't need to worry about teams threatening to walk away. And of course, the last bull case would be the fact that Formula One is proving itself as premium content in the streaming wars, with sponsors and broadcasters all willing to pay up top dollars
Wow.
to reach millions of passionate fans worldwide. Yeah, so let's talk a little bit more about the bear case, because we gotta weigh the beam, right? And first things first, we've got F1 revenues, which are relatively considered lumpy and event-driven. So if they miss a race, or if a promoter struggles, it hits the top line pretty fast.
Yeah.
Now, secondly, costs relatively high and are rising as well. So from team payments to logistics, and especially on the back of higher tariffs, this is going to weigh in on your margins. If the MotoGP integration is messy or costs balloon, margins could start to tighten, because that's an added pressure from them. And finally, there's the risk that media rights might hit a ceiling.
All right, so what is the final call, Dan?
Well, FWONK gives you exposure to global sport that's more than racing. It's media, it's branding experiences, and of course, a global expansion. At the end of the day, FWONK is a rare stock. And it does give you direct access to one of the world's most prestigious sports. So I'm going to have to go with
Hot. Yeah. I think it has a huge fan base, so many ways to make money, and of course, the trend of at least the younger generation being willing to spend on experiences and what they like. I think that I would be hot on this one as well.
Yeah, I mean, we're seeing a lot of shifting consumer spending habits, right? A lot of people are willing to pay for non-tangible products.
Yes.
Experiences are what they're going for. So Formula One Group, or FWONK for short, that's the ticker symbol on the Nasdaq. That's the stock in focus for today. 8855-0893. Text us and tell us whether you think it's hot or not.
Do you know that if it was going to be a not, I was going to go FWONK.
No, Okay, Audrey. I'll give you that, Audrey. It's a Friday after all.
Yeah, it's a Friday.
Okay. All right. Here are some fun facts about Formula One, Audrey. Do you know that they're the fastest or among the fastest machines on the planet? But how fast can an F1 car go? And what are the speed records? So, do you know what the official fastest F1 car ever raced in a track?
No, I don't.
Okay, just testing you now. 372 kilometers per hour or 231 miles per hour.
Wow, that's nuts.
That was piloted by Valtteri Bottas.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
One of the drivers, basically.
You're like,
So I know that Iman had trained you on a couple of quizzes just now on F1, right? So I have my own set of quiz that I'm going to test you on, right?
Trisha.
So here we go. Okay. Now the Formula One Marina circuit, right?
Yeah.
What's the track length of it?
the track length.
Yeah. What's the track length of the Singapore circuit?
4.93.
9.4. Close enough.
Oh,
Okay.
man.
Who secured the most wins in Singapore GP?
Lewis Hamilton?
No, Sebastian Vettel.
Okay.
Okay, due to the physical demands of the sport here in Singapore,
Yeah.
how much weight do drivers typically lose?
3 kilos.
Very good. What's the best liquor to drink while watching Formula One?
Let me think. It's got to be a punny one.
I think. You know this one, Audrey?
I do?
Yeah.
Gin.
That's a good one, though.
Hey.
It's actually rum.
I think gin works well too,
I'll
okay?
take and gin as well. And that's all we have for Formula One Group.
Before acting on the information on Money FM, please consider if it's suitable for your own investment objectives, financial situation, and risk tolerance.
Money FM 89.3.